overwhelming majority of the world's estimated 1.4 billion vehicles run on fossil fuels, releasing a whole bunch of pollutants. Can you believe that a typical car emits roughly 4.6 metric tons of CO2 every year? Fortunately, momentum to take gas vehicles off the road is building around the world, with many countries planning to phase out fossil fuel-powered vehicles in the coming years. And at the forefront of this shift towards alternatively powered vehicles are the teams competing in the World Solar Challenge. By now, we know all about the sun and the technology like the batteries, solar cells, and aerodynamic structures that are being used to harness the sun's power. We even understand the mechanics of how to power a solar car. And don't worry, if you're fuzzy on the details here, then you can go and watch our previous videos in this learning playlist where we talk about all of that stuff. So now, let's explore what's it gonna take to power all of our cars using the sun. It all comes down to pretty much one thing: the amount of solar power that a car is able to generate compared to the amount of power it uses up. Electric cars, gas-powered cars, self-driving cars, you name it, have pretty big power demands. So while incorporating solar technology into lightweight vehicles like e-bikes and drones is relatively easy, the same can't be said for larger vehicles like cars, which can easily weigh at least 2,000 kilograms and need to be able to maintain constant power at high speeds. Plus, most commercial cars today are also outfitted with power-draining AC units, radio systems, and complex computer circuits. This poses a bit of a problem for photovoltaic systems, which, as we've learned in previous episodes, are by their very nature only as powerful as the amount of photons they're able to absorb. The more photons a solar cell absorbs into its material, the more electricity can be produced. And basically, cars require a lot of energy to work. And if we want to power them with solar energy, there's not a whole lot of surface area to work with. And then there's the fact that the solar cells we use out in the real world today don't often reach their already limited efficiency.
For right now, the best research grade solar cells are still at like 30%. And that's in a lab environment with like a teeny tiny solar cell.
With that said, we've certainly made huge strides in improving the conversion rate of solar cells, and work is underway to push their potential even further, whether that's through finding new materials configurations, developing more sophisticated anti-reflective coatings to let the cells capture more light, or even figuring out how to manipulate light waves so that they're easier for the cells to absorb. But until solar cells reach their maximum efficiency, and then some, designing solar vehicles to be as aerodynamic, lightweight, and efficient as possible will remain the primary focus. So while powering a car on sunlight alone does remain a challenge, it's certainly not impossible because solar cars are a reality right now.
I've been given a pretty unique opportunity to ride in a solar car while it is going around the figure 8 track. This is the Minnesota team. They've drafted me in. Whose spot am I taking?
You're taking Chris's spot over there.
Chris?
Yeah. That's okay.
Is there something I should know?
You'll figure it out.
The EOS 2 is a two-door, two-seater, so kinda like a concept solar coupe.
Man, this is intense.
All right, solar car to Ricky. Am I clear to start?
Keep in mind that the EOS 2 is a concept car. Clearly, it's not quite ready for production. But the ride is surprisingly smooth, though very loud.
Now I'm feeling the speed.
Yeah.
And before you know it...
There we go. That was the end of it.
That's it?
That was the official round.
Wow.
I know, yeah.
That was easy. That was very nicely done. Hooray!
While I wasn't able to fly over to Australia to ride around in a solar cruiser, unfortunately, I did get the chance to speak with a few Stanford Solar team members about whether they see solar cars taking off beyond the racetrack.
Yeah, I think that there's a chance that solar technology could make its way into mainstream automobiles. There's always the chance that, some company comes out with a great innovation that really pushes the industry forward. There are definitely limitations, especially with the efficiency of solar-powered cells and how much energy it takes to actually run a car. But if you make your car aerodynamic and you make your car light and you make your array really good, then you're going to be hard to beat.
If there's one thing that I hope for with solar cars specifically, I really hope that it makes more people excited about working on these new sources for renewable and sustainable energy.
But solar cars aren't just at the Stanford Solar Car Team's garage or racing across the outback at the World Solar Challenge. We've actually got a little known but rapidly growing solar vehicle commercial market. Startups like Sono Motors and Lightyear are going all in on solar.
And what excites me the most about making a commercial solar car is showing to the world that we can be much more efficient with the energy that we have available without having to compromise on the convenience you get every day. You improve the aerodynamics a bit, you improve the weight a bit, you increase the solar panel area a bit, you increase the efficiency of the solar panel a bit. And then combining all of that, you basically match energy consumption and energy yield. We're not 100% there yet, but we're getting pretty close. The closer you get, the more practical the car becomes to use every day.
Established companies like Hyundai and Toyota are also developing ways to incorporate solar panels into their cars, albeit mainly as a way to lend cars a few extra miles of range or power some of the auxiliary system. It's a little less ambitious, sure, but it's certainly a step in the right direction. And research teams all over the world are working tirelessly to make the next revolutionary breakthrough in solar panel technology, which could be exactly what our cars need to level up. There's just too much at stake here to let that big, beautiful star above our heads go to waste. So, there you have it, folks. That's a wrap for our Lightspeed Learning playlist. I hope you learned a lot and that you enjoyed the ride as much as I did. Now, go outside and get some sun.